Can I start?
No! No, you can't.
G'day guys, and welcome back to Millionaire by 50. In today's video, we are going to be putting socks on the Barefoot investor, and gosh, I wish I had beef with that guy because that sounds like a zinger verse in a rap song, right?
You claim to be a player, but I f***ed your wife.
That being said, I'm probably glad that we don't have beef because he would annihilate me. He knows so much more about finance than I do, guys. Anyway, we're gonna roll with it. We've got a lot to get through today, so we're just gonna start off with step 7, which is get the banker off your back. Now, in previous videos, we would have talked about saving up for a deposit and getting a mortgage out for your first home. Congratulations if you've done that already. It's a massive step. In this step, we're gonna talk about how to focus on getting that mortgage paid off. Now, there's 3 preliminary points that Scott Pape points out to make sure that when you take out your mortgage, it's very well geared towards your benefit. And first point is, when you take out that mortgage, Scott Pape recommends that you do it without the bells and whistles. Now, we've talked about this a little bit before in terms of saving up that 20% deposit so we're not slugged with LMI, right? Or lender's mortgage insurance. But say, for example, if you were to get mortgage out and they're saying to you, oh, hey, take this credit card as well, you want to say no to it because it's just more debt. It's just going to make it harder to pay off in the long run. The second point is don't fix your interest rate for your home loan, right? And this is controversial. I know, I get it. I wanted to fix my interest rate too, but Scott Pape's recommendation and logic behind this is basically if you were to fix your home loan interest rate, if the interest rate drops, you're stuck on that higher rate. And if you try to get out of it, well, you're going to get slugged with exit fees. So instead of that, Scott Pape recommends that you stick with a lower variable interest rate or the lowest variable interest rate. And if there's a bank somewhere out there doing it cheaper than your existing bank, just give your bank a call, see if they lower your rate. For that particular situation, Scott Pape actually has a little script in his book that you can actually check out. So if you are in that situation, I can't stress it enough, books like Freddy Box, go down, pick it up, read the script, see if it can help you. It has actually helped thousands of people already lower their home loan. God, I sound like I'm sponsored, but I'm not. It's just a fantastic read. Okay, now assuming that you've covered all of those points, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to get that fire extinguisher account and you're going to point it towards your mortgage. How that's going to look is your standard mortgage repayments are going to come out of your expenses account, okay? Then your fire extinguisher account, you're going to throw 20% of your wage extra on top of those mortgage repayments. And by continuously doing that, you are going to probably pay off that mortgage sooner rather than later. So that's step 7, which is get the banker off your back. Step 8 of the Barefoot journey is a big one. So this is nail your retirement number. And I was honestly considering making this its own video because there is so much to go through and so much figures, but I've decided I'm going to try and crunch it into here. So wish me luck and press F for respects. First, let me hit you with some knowledge, okay? So studies show that it takes upwards of around 60K per year for a couple to live comfortably. If you are single, it takes upwards of $42,000 a year to live comfortably. Now, those numbers are important, so remember them because we will come back to them. What that basically means is when you retire, you want to be paying yourself that amount, and depending on your situation, every single year to live comfortably. Now, how in the hell do we get there? It sounds like a momentous task, right? Well, Scott Pape has fashioned a strategy, a retirement strategy like no other, and he calls it the Don Bradman retirement strategy. Now, Don Bradman, for those of you that don't know, he's a famous Australian cricketer over here in Australia. The line that Scott Pape uses is very well suited towards this, 100 and not out, because in our generation with our technology, we're probably going to live to 100, right? That's how long we've got till we pass away. So without further ado, here is the Don Bradman retirement strategy. So step 1 of the Don Bradman retirement strategy is you have to have your house paid off and you have to have no debt. If you don't have your house paid off, if you still have debt, this strategy is not going to work for you, okay? So assuming that you've done that, the second step is to hit your retirement number. Now, your retirement number, this is the amount of money that you want to have in your superannuation account before you retire. And that amount is 250K if you're in a relationship or 170K if you're single. Now, why these figures? These figures because this is the maximum amount of money that you can have in your superannuation account and still be eligible for the aged pension here in Australia, okay? So the next step of the strategy is to, and wait for it, this is the secret, never ever retire. And I know you're probably rolling your eyes at this, I do too. All right, but stay with me here. Scott Pape states, just work like 1 or 2 days a week, right? That would be enough. If you are working after retirement, right, you can earn up to $13,000 tax-free. Now, on top of that, over here in Australia, at the moment, you actually get a benefit from Centrelink, which is equivalent of like $9,000 a year, which is a large amount, right? So let's step back a wee bit and do the maths. With regards to the age pension, the maximum amount that the age pension is going to pay you out per year is 33k. So you're already halfway there to $60,000, right? Following that, if you've got 250k in your superannuation account, you have to pull $12,500 of flat out per year as part of your pension plan. Add on to that you're working 2 days a week, you're getting $13,000 on top of that. So add all of that together, and what do you get? An annual income of $60,000 a year. But wait, there's more!
Hang on to your seat, baby, cause this one's a screamer!
You probably forgot about your Mojo, all right? That sneaky little account that Austin Powers set up with $2,000 in it to begin with. And then once we got the mortgage out, we increased that to be worth 3 months of your living expenses. Well, we're in for the big one now, all right? This is the last time we touch it, and we are going in for the kill. So when we save up for retirement, we're gonna wanna increase that from 3 months worth of living expenses to 3 years worth of living expenses. Now, that's a crap load of money. How are you gonna do that? Well, this is how you're gonna do it, all right? After you pay off your mortgage, you're gonna get your fire extinguisher, and you're gonna aim that at making as much super contributions as you can, maxing out your super contributions. 3 years before retirement, you're gonna give your super a ring, and you're gonna say to them, look, any money that I put into my account from now onwards, we wanna put into a cash only account. And the reason why we're doing that is, if we were to put a lot of this Mojo money into your average super account for stocks and all of that type of stuff, if the stock market crashes when you retire, your Mojo's gone, right? And remember the purpose of Mojo. It's there for your psychological security, right? It's there for peace of mind, which you'd pay a lot for, right? So basically, 3 years before you're about to retire, all of that money into a cash fund. So as when you do retire, not only have you got this immaculate Don Bradman retirement strategy in place, you've also got 3 years worth of living expenses saved up in a Mojo cash account within your superannuation. That means when you're taken from it, there's tax exemptions and everything, so it's fantastic. Everybody, that is step 8, the biggest step, which is nail your retirement number. You can retire now, you can live happy, thank me later. Don't thank me at all, it's all Scott Pape's idea, okay? The last step on this barefoot journey is step 9, which is leave a legacy. Leaving a legacy, I'm gonna leave this step more so as you can pick up the book and read from Scott Pape's perspective yourself. He words this way better than I ever could, but to gloss over it really quickly, it basically talks about, like, now that you're financially secure, what are you gonna do? I mean, are you gonna turn to philanthropy? Are you going to, you know, try and build within your community? Or do you have a family, right? That you're trying to build something for your kids and your grandkids, right? Where are you going to put that excess money? You know, what are you gonna do? How are you gonna leave a legacy? That's step 9, the final step of the barefoot investor, the final step of our barefoot journey. So all in all, look, I think that's amazing. I think it's an amazing book. You could sit with a financial advisor and they charge you 90 to 120 bucks and you get half the content that you get from this book. Guys, this book is $34, right? If you can get past the whole,
oh, it sucks to read, reading sucks.
Like, this is like bare bones. This is the alphabet. This is foundation for finance. You need to have this book, right? There's also an audiobook. Check on audible.com. Please, I hope they pay us for that. Definitely pick the book up. It's extremely worth it, all right? The content in it, it's specific, but it's also general enough that anybody here in Australia can use it. If you are an Australian citizen, if you're in Australia, if you plan on living here, you get this book. That being said, this is Millionaire by 50, not 250K by 65, right? So we're going to continue our journey of seeing what else we can explore, what type of assets we can look into that might help us get there, if it's at all possible, right? But that's for future videos to come. We'll be looking into the Kiyosaki stuff. For now, that's all for today's video, guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you were able to take something from it. If you did get a chance to use the script in the mortgage section, please leave a comment down below and let us know how you went. Again, thank you so much for watching. I cannot wait to see you all next week. Have fun till then.